Alright, here we go. I've never done this before, but that's fine. I'm playing some music because that makes me feel comfortable. This is number 1 of 3 GoFundMe campaigns that I'm working on. I just began this work in 2019 for what is hindsight and perfect vision. Hint is, what is next year? Ponder that. So, my first one is about being a peer support specialist, certified peer support specialist in every state that's currently got it available. It's a new thing. It's basically heart-to-heart, face-to-face, helping another person who wants to recover. I've had major mental, physical, emotional issues, addictions of many kinds, just no needles. I gotta bring that out there, no needles. And no heroin, I've never done heroin. But here are my certifications and proof that I am doing this. I'm really doing this. There's the Narcan certificate, there's mental health first aid, urban agricultural job skills program. Here's 23 states. Here are the bookmarks about that I got with the peer support specialist training, as well as the book. If you could see that, it's for real. There are the steps to recovery in all different kinds of orders. Free Through Recovery is a great program in North Dakota. I think it's the only one I heard at the Lighthouse Church, which is also a fantastic place. It's one of the only churches that allow for the peer support, or Free Through Recovery and peer supporters with the parole and probation to help others, to help people reunite with society once they come out of prison or incarceration. And this campaign is more so on the funding spectrum, but also contributions. My main goal with Project Planet Perfect Days, which I still need to complete the 3rd video, make it a little more serious, but I do have the 2, and I can list those, possibly have the 3rd one ready by then, to explain what I've been trying to do ever since 2007, from September 6th to the 10th. I was in a coma from meningitis after returning home from Burning Man. The first time I ever went there anyway. And it was a year after I left my ex-wife, which we were super connected, 10 years. And I was 26, and the maid found me in the hotel room. Life flighted me to Reno. 4 days later I woke up, complete memory wipe. I don't know why. Pondered aliens, pondered lots of things. I had to shut down. It was a tower moment, definitely. May have seen something that I didn't need to see, or wasn't ready to see. I just remember being at Burning Man, being telepathic as all hell. And when I woke up, tons of stories of enlightened wow. The only thing that convinced me to live, other than my mom, was to create as much harmony as possible before I die again. And it's time. I'm going to work this whole year on this. See what I can do by 2020, and hopefully we have, the predicted 200 plus years of harmony, regardless of the fear-mongering and giving power away to the wrong. So, next month, in the middle of February, there is a training in Billings, Montana. I'm in Fargo, North Dakota right now. And let me set this down. I feel like I would really appreciate the help. I'm just one guy for now. A lot of people have told me, do it throughout the years. I didn't have the pieces fitting, but now I do. Project Planet Perfect Days has a combination of 3 websites: gharmy.us, lifecouldappen.shop, and harmonizerdie.life. A social, a shop, and information. It's got us, shop, life, and then wrapped up in stepz.solutions. I'm currently selling my domain name goodheartsarmy.com because the .com doesn't belong in this proposed virtual reality game of life-giving life to peacefully dismantle outdated death-dealing systems, but sustainably, however long that takes. And so, yeah, here's the table of contents. Press pause, whatever. It's amazing information. I did this from the 17th to the 22nd last month, December of 2018. And I was homeless for a week because I had left a toxic situation that we both needed healing. And so I was homeless for a week because I had chosen to go homeless at the new Life Center in Fargo 10 years ago because I couldn't fit into society anymore because of my recovery from the vulnerability of not having any memory or cognitive awareness. I mean, I learned problem solving by making oatmeal. Reading on the box, I had to turn the water on, fill it up, turn it off, complete present moment. Even today, I live in the present, so it's very difficult to keep the past and project the future. So I do my best, but being in the present is where I function best. So I need some funds and some help on any peer support people or any networks, anyone who has resources available or place to stay when I go to Billings, or a way to even get there for now. I've just been doing day labor from Heartland Labor here to keep my phone on and other things. It's not about the money, it's about more good I can do, but I understand that I have to take care of myself. And that's been a heck of an ordeal because I believe we're all self, we're all one. And when I woke up from my coma, everyone kept telling me, take care of yourself, you've got to take care of yourself first. And I did not understand that till maybe 2 months ago, maybe a month and a half ago. And I'm doing my best. I've still got some health issues, gut problems. I don't drink. I don't do drugs really. It's not a thing like that. It's not like that. I want my health back and I want everyone else's health back. Same as same. So anyway, I was homeless for a week. They put me up in the Hilton in a suite for a week, and I guess I'm getting a check soon, like 150 to, because it was per diem, because I was 60 miles away or something like that. And state behavioral, Fargo Department of Behavioral paid for it, grants and things. Adam Martin, one of the trainers, he does an F5 house project F5 project, where he reintroduces people from the criminal justice system into society again. I think he has 9 or 19 houses, I can't remember. But somebody had gifted him a house because he wanted to be a speaker, and I ran into a couple of people at the shelter who also wanted to be speakers to tell their story and maybe help other people. And it's all right. I've got enough grounded energy of my own to stop the energy vampires. It's a sad story watching a lot of people falter and not many people helping them. So tomorrow I'm going to tour a mental health facility here in town, Pioneer or something, the guy said. Raphael, his name. He's from Vietnam, and he said his main purpose is to show that we have more than one language. And he was very kind to me. He said, well, he's going to have coffee and tea available, so I look forward to meeting him and seeing the sadness, but also seeing possibilities of how it could be assisted with peer support network. North Dakota has less than 200 of them. I didn't look up the email, but we had 40 people in the class, and I believe maybe 20 of us passed it. I passed it, passed the test, and it's still not passed legislation yet. in North Dakota, but the governor's wife started Recovery Reinvented. I guess she has a story of her own recovery, and so that's awesome. Hopefully that gets passed so that I could be certified here, and then you can bill Medicaid and insurance companies if you're helping people. I have a couple of clients I want to practice on this week, and I also just went to Minneapolis and St. Paul on the Amtrak for the first time, which is way better than the bus. I've been homeless in lots of different places. The Urban Agricultural program certificate I got in Honolulu, where I got to meet Mike Love for the second time. And if you're into conscious medicine music, and Shangri-La and Project Earth in Harmony Park in Minnesota, near Geneva, Minnesota. Wookie Foot puts it on. BeTheChange.org. They donate a lot of money to helpful third world causes. Anyway, I got that on the top of a woman's shelter. It was hydroponics and aquaponics, and they feed a lot of the food that they grew there to the shelters. And but anyway, in Minneapolis, I did a Unlearning Jealousy in Non-Monogamy course, and that was fantastic. Jealousy appears to be a natural survival mechanism that well overrated. Same with stubbornness. Back in the day, maybe being stubborn was a good thing. Now, come on, wake up, let it go, risk it, as Nako from Medicine for the People said. And I also helped with a little bit of aquaponics with Alana Bliss, who's a pretty amazing person. On the last day, I spent 3 days, 3 nights with people that I did not know, but happened to be from Shangri-La and Harmony Park, that I met through Facebook, and then got recharged. And the other 3 nights I spent in shelters. I visited most of the shelters. I didn't get to see the Wall of Forgotten Natives because they were changing locations. And that's basically for a lot of natives that have drug issues, and they just stuck them all in one spot. I feel like a lot of us are unaware of the new earth and the new changes where we help each other. Money has an end. Money is not going to help us get through the real internal issues. Like a Wookie Foot line in one of their songs, I think it's You're It. I'm not sure which one, but it says, there's no way out, but there's a way in. And I'm kind of stuck on the in, and the out does not fit with me. Coma really did a number on that one, and it's difficult to adjust when I'm as conscious, maybe more conscious on some factors, maybe less on others. But going back into society, I knew I had to dumb myself down, and that was a hard choice. Because I could be fine out in the woods, living off the land, doing whatever I feel comfortable doing, take care of me, loving me, but my heart will not let me walk away from everyone else. Especially after I spent all these years, 11 years, in designing the project Planet Perfect Days and all of its facets. A lot of people have told me it's too futuristic. One person told me that you're going to get shot. A lot of people, they like it, but they can't quite see it. So I'm doing the work personally on my own, and I really hope to involve as many other people as I can. I have a we, W-E-E, word merge, N, letter N, S-E-E, we merge and see, Peerly Support Mission, which I will do another GoFundMe on, involving 88 locations, 88 motorhomes with food carts behind it, all contribution-based, not donations, contributions. Everything's free. Treehouse villages, tent and breakfasts, permaculture, education, all around. And every 3 days they switch locations, so it takes about a year to travel the whole U.S. and then circular fashion to create moments and more moments of harmony to where we have a way out. Because a lot of us want to help. I've heard so many people say, I want to help, I want to help. When I first went to the peer support specialist training, I was a little late because of the bus issue, and everybody was saying, they're saying, something about themselves and why they want to do this and things like that. They were all saying, I just want to help people. And I was like, oh my. Like, you really got no idea where I come from. Little town in North Dakota, Fingal, North Dakota. I was living in Valley Shitty, North Dakota. Stagnant energies and bad drugs, and it's hopeless. Hopeless. Same old daily 9 to 5, wasting away lifestyles, and not very much happiness, real happiness, faked, backstabbers, gossips, everything like that. And so I got out of that. And I could go in a lot of places, like I said, but what I want to do, my goal is now, on this GoFundMe, is to be peer support specialist certified in every state that has available. I would like to end up in Portland, Maine for a little while. I've been in Oregon, I've been in Texas, I've been in Maryland, 30 days in Hawaii because somebody didn't have a place to stay for me when they said they did. But it was wonderful. I mean, I got so many dogs on my own. The bed bugs, no good. $400 a month at the shelter, but I was luckily in a relocation program, so I only had to pay $8 to fly back to the mainland. Eight is a big part of everything I do. It takes 8 cells to make a human body, 8 seconds for the sun to reach us. Octaves are 8 notes in an octave. It's just too much. Scorpio has 8th house. My birthday's 11/3/80. I don't know. But I wanted to just express this and say, if you can, please offer any assistance, or if you know of any peer support specialist trainings going on, or care coordinator, or anything attributing to being able to gather more skills in order to help other people. Organization is an issue of mine. I don't know what sort of damages the meningitis did. I did have a heart attack, stroke, possible seizures when I was 26 and everything. So that's kind of it. Less artificial, more intelligent. And there's an article in here about Steve Jobs and how he began, him and Steve Wozniak began the Microsoft, Apple. They began that. And it says here, in late winter of 1975, a scrap of paper started appearing on bulletin boards around the San Francisco Peninsula. Are you building your own computer, it asked, or some other digital black magic box? If so, you might like to come to a gathering. And that started the group. And I don't know which social network, because I don't really want to use Facebook. I've set up MeWe and Mighty Networks a little bit. But any suggestions on a universal system to where I could just say, I met you, you're a guardian harmonizer of the Good Arts Army, I can see it. A soul farmer of the Garden of Harmony account, and I'll explain more about that in the Project Planet PPDayZ GoFundMe. And the next one I'm going to do is about the We Emergency Peerly Support Mission. And that's kind of all I can say about this one. I did see that for Montana residents, and I'd like to do this one, I filled in the application for, it's the 15th of February, and I'm in Fargo, so it would take me a day or two, a day to get there. Without funding though, put the thumb out, whatnot. I just have a backpack, my tent, and where that's pretty much everything I have taken with me. I'm a minimalist. I don't want or need more stuff. I want connections. Authentic, genuine connections. Even if people are insecure and afraid. I've been there. I've been a lot of places. You'll give me a problem? Possibly been there. There's this kid test, ACEs test. I got 7 or 8 out of 10 of them. And if you have 2 or more, you're more likely to kill yourself and all that. I was suicidal up until 26 when I had the coma. I was born in an institution because my dad told him to put the trees back while he was on acid and drinking, he said. He was in the Army in Kansas City, Missouri. So I was actually born on the 2nd floor of that institution. And my mom was busy, you know. Married young, 18 to 16-year-old. We were high school sweethearts and just super too codependent. I don't know what else to really say about it except if you have any help. I'm thinking about trying to get some hemp shirt designs, so that I have a good way of breaking the words down. Just effective altruism, and it's a selfish desire. But then again, we're all selves. Yourself, ourself, himself, herself, self, everywhere. So please keep that in mind before you judge a whole bunch of people. Because yeah, judgment, every word has a judgment. 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, do, re, mi. Do, tek, dom, me, go, wisdom. I've done a ton of research and development, a lot of great artists. Charles Epstein, the more beautiful world our hearts know is possible, and he wrote Sacred Economics, a whole bunch of that. I'm nervous whether or not how much support I get, because I've kind of seen this happening, and a lot of people might all of a sudden be blowing my phone up or whatever, and I ain't completely healed, neither is no one. So until we can do this together, let's do this together, and please support me, and I can support you in any way that I can. It's not about the money. So if anyone was to throw down thousands of dollars to me, I would be able to use it the right way now. But before, I've tried to win the lottery a few times. If I was to win $1 million, I would have died. I would have over-intoxicated myself or done some stupid, wild, risky business to where self-sabotage everything and then die. Now, I want to be completely transparent. I want to say where the money's come from and give credit to those who deserve it. And be accountable by being fully transparent. I mean, I'll smoke some weed now and then. I don't usually drink, and I'm done with the. I don't want to do meth because I started that when I met someone. I was like 35, so like 3 years ago. 38 now, or 11, and I started counting backwards at 25, so 13 or 12. But I did have a stint with that and understand what that means. I have friends that have Hep C. I've met lots and lots of people who had tons of experiences. So please, if you can, help me with the financing and information and awareness of any peer support specialist trainings. Because even though this is a new movement, this has a lot to do with what Guardian Harmonizers of the Good Heart Army would be doing. So it's training, and I want the credibility, and then to gain the traction and more affluent with connecting with everyone else. The best leaders, Simon Sinek, Leaders Eat Last. It's a great book. He says the best leaders are the ones who train other leaders. So that's kind of the purpose of this. I mean, I'm no savior, but I kind of think we all are. So Again, here's the evidence, and my words, take them to heart, take them to heart. Hit me up if you want questions answered or would like to be a part of things. Do not offer me any jobs. I appreciate the jobs, I appreciate them. I understand my ethics, my moral values, moral code, but I'm not going to work for nobody. I'm going to do this on my own with the help of people who agree with putting themselves out there and having the courage to be brave enough to heal. Tons of all kinds of blah blah. But yeah, here it is. You know, that, and that. David, thank you, David, for this. Be your best. We're all ready. And here's an option. I got avocado and mango from the shelter. Thankfully. That's my coat, my layers. I got 6 layers on mostly. It's pretty cold out here in North Dakota. But I grew up here, so I'm conditioned for it. Like Paula Fuga's song, Too Hot Mama, conditioned for the cold. Tom McDonald, you know, I've been conditioned for this shit. I had a super hard upbringing, divorced parents, abuse, alcohol, drugs, all of that. So this is a real person, a real story. And it's difficult for me to ask for help. And I learned this recently, that a lot of empathic people have a hard time, a lot of helpers have a hard time asking for help because they're always the ones helping. But today I asked the pastor at the Lighthouse Church, which is a newer church in town. And actually I met him 10 years ago when I first went homeless. He was dealing with his own alcoholism as a reverend, and he gave me a ride and some change, and we had a good conversation. Don't remember it because, you know, memory. But when he saw me, he was like, "I met you. Seen you before? Or have we met?" And it turns out, yeah, you know, he's a great guy. So they have an agape fund. They're in the black as a small church. Their slogan is "No perfect people allowed." So most of them are recovering, and it's not like any church I've ever been to, but it's also a welcoming place for anyone who wants to recover. Well, the hopelessness I see every day at the shelters. What am I going to do? Nobody's helping. I've been there. So the point is, this is the number one thing. I don't know if you've watched this to the end or not, but my love, sincerely my love. My Facebook is username is PPDayZ with a Z, PPDayZ. Twitter's Good Hearts Army. I'm not really into Instagram yet, and you know, updating my wisdoms. But I had to ask for a bus pass today, and he said yes, for sure, yes. Short answer, yes, right away. And he said, I'll make sure that we see if there's any other sources you can get a bus pass, because I went to the day labor the last few days and they didn't send me out. So I mean, it's only like $40, but I figured I would ask. And anything that I get above and beyond is going for a better purpose. Like I explained to anyone on this last outreach mission of my own choosing, to go and see what peer support could do, how I could do it, you know, as a traveling, location independent, home free person. And a lot of the people, they wanted to give me money. And I was kind of hesitant because it wasn't about that. I didn't want to do that. But they were just like, take it. And I agreed with myself to be like, well, okay, I will just pass it on. I will spread the love. I will do something with it that isn't completely selfish. But, you know,